TeamOne, MIBR, a third map bonanza to finish off this series and see who will be coming out on top of this Brazilian brawl. TeamOne on the CT side, it's Overpass time. They only just closed their map pick, but the skin of their teeth. OT felt inevitable, but avoided. And now a third map to see if they can steal this series away. Oh, Malbs, does he know? Doesn't look like it. They're all behind or beside the monster. And MIBR waiting to strike, waiting to pounce. Cello's moving up long, and I think they're going to wait for his contact first before anything happens. TeamOne have a heavy B-side stack right now. So if Cello can draw or rotate before MIBR commit, that could seriously sell this fake a little bit better. Maluki hasn't seen him yet. Cello taking his sweet, sweet time. And there's the spot. Not the kill, he would love that. Maluki still keeping the info, only calling one man. You'll notice TeamOne haven't moved a muscle. They're not falling for it.
Yeah, I love this, man. MIBR are thinking like, oh, we've laid a trap here. In they go into the 4-strong B hold, and they get dismantled on the first two. Ch's doing what he can to pull this back into the advantage of MIBR, but now spammed from seemingly every angle. Nades raining in. He's very, very low. 35 seconds and MIBR are going to go silent again, but if TeamOne didn't fall for it the first time, I don't think they're going to on the second either.
Yeah, good luck getting a bomb plant here. They can cross to the site. There's respect being given here by TeamOne, but the retake will surely happen even if the kills don't come through prior. Bolt's now alone, hunted down in the 4-on-1, and that is just a really good pistol for TeamOne. Everything about that. What a call to not move a muscle after only spotting one on A. Many teams will panic rotate, but they hold their own, and they do it twice, as you say, even when it goes silent again. Yeah, they've got a bit of a read. And MIBR, they're going to be a bit miffed. They didn't close it out when they had the opportunity now. Force in the second, and lots of SMGs to come up against.
Oh, the nade not going to find as much damage as you were hoping for. That Molotov was already smoked and they'd cross behind it. You were hoping there that the Molotov keeps them at ramp. The nade goes in, does a bunch of damage to any players still waiting. That's not the case. Long control taken by MIBR. A 3-strong stack for TeamOne up towards A. That's a pretty ballsy call to have pulled in a round like this. But it won't be the right call if they keep this up. Monster Smoke is lobbed down by Maluki just to help out at the B site, even though there's only 2 players there. The MAC-10s get the entries, the Deagle alongside it. Maluki is suddenly the only defender left inside of A. And even though he's doubled up, the rotations aren't going to get here in time to deny this bomb plant. This is a huge opportunity for MIBR to steal a round back right away. Fast pace on the retake. SMGs of their own start to throw themselves at this scout at long, and Malbs and Skulls have done a good job of removing this advantage for MIBR. Now all that's left to do is get the job done, get it over the line, and with the stick in the smoke, they're going to do exactly that.
Oh,
it was awkward.
That was almost an after time about there. The knives are out, but it's still a TeamOne round. They get that under lock, and yeah, MIBR, I'm not surprised by this decision. Buying up immediately, right? You get 4 kills, you so much damage, you saved a gun, so they're going to put everything behind it and try and force again. Honestly, it wasn't a great buy for TeamOne. Like, they only had 4 SMGs and a FAMAS. Now this one's better. So the job will be harder for MIBR, although so are they well armed. AK and 4 Galils. Galal. Moving up on long with a bait and switch. Maluki covering from sight. You can have a fast flank on the long side through toilets. MIBR don't know about it yet, and that flank's already started to come into play as well. They're pushing through. Bolts might catch this timing later, or he might just be a little bit off, and oh, they don't know. They have no idea. Cello going to clear it. He does get a kill. There's a trade. They don't know about Bolts on the back line, though, so Pesadeo should be a dead man as he backs up into Bolts. Oh, no. Uh-oh, that's not pretty. And now he's got a chance to dance and get out of this fight alive. That he has done. The bomb's still under his control. No one else on long. Pinch from the toilets. If he could smoke this and survive, that'd be massive. Giving them the bomb, but this flank from B is coming in. If MIBR drop con, it's an empty site right now, but they already have A, and so they're going to use that to their advantage and move up and take this one. Planting for short could be their undoing. This flank is still coming in, but with no cover, they just risk it for a biscuit. And they're more scared of CT than the flank. They have no reason to be. CT is empty. And TeamOne are taking some serious time to group up, but they do have the kits for this round.
Yeah, the fact that it is this short side plant could be huge in the long run for the retaking players, right? The fact that they take all this time moving in through short, through middle, and now Yell is having to play inside the site. The molly is burning him to death, and Malbs takes his head off. The defuse is in for TeamOne, a 3-0 lead built up. And honestly, I think we might just get another buyout of MIBR here. I think it might just be like, you know, all in from the get-go.
Why not, right? It's so tempting. They've actually got enough to do it. You know, if you go for Galils, you get more util. If you don't care and you just want headshots, AKs are available to every player. And so that's probably why this timeout's coming through. Like, guys, do we really want to do it again? Yeah, sure. But unfortunately for them, every round that goes by that they do this, the buy of TeamOne gets better. Like, now we have an AWP. You know, we went from 4 SMGs and a FAMAS to 3 SMGs and 2 M4s. Now we have no SMGs and the AWP. And so, yeah, it's not a bad buy for MIBR, but it's not going to be easy to win in a map like Overpass where utility is king. We've already seen the B stacks that hold back against rushes. It's a very hard round to call for Yell to try and piece it together and find a weakness in TeamOne, because right now they're looking good, they're feeling good, and they are grabbing this opportunity they've been given to get back into the series with both hands.
Gosh, though, man, like, you know, this force buy, it is just 5 AKs. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, no util. You are at the full mercy of whatever TeamOne throw at you.
Yeah, that's weird, right? They had smokes, they just put them down so early, and now they have nothing for an execute. So dangerous.
This decision to wait in this monster smoke could be the thing that gives MIBR a way into this round. Right now you're fighting, and that, you know, utility or no utility doesn't matter there when you get into the realm of just, you know, 2 players going up against each other with the guns. Pesadello has cleared out Yell from the short side, and that now kind of directs the flow of MIBR through one spot on this map. Danico getting that trade late. Now they have to worry about short. Maluki's unscoped at a very unfortunate timing, but PRT has dropped the bomb. This round is chaotic. This round is wild. There's a nade that could do a lot of damage. The molly to follow could burn these players out. It denies the bomb plant as well. Maluki gets his head taken off.
Oh my.
And MIBR coming with their first victory on the T side.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, right? Like, that was a round bred for TeamOne, but they kind of give it away, right? Like, they go into Monster and MIBR, who have done that in a fair few of these rounds, just holding, just setting up and waiting. And they've not been given anything in the past, but the one round that TeamOne, if they just play safe, they probably just win it, because MIBR have to dry rush into a bomb site or they get uprooted. Unfortunate call to make, but a good reaction from MIBR, and finally the forces pay off, right? They were getting harder and harder. It felt like it could have been their undoing.
I almost wonder if the decision to go for that kind of smoke walk was, you know, maybe you weren't imagining it was another force buy from MIBR. Maybe you're thinking it's like a partial at most, maybe like a hero AK here and there. You're trying to do some early damage, but yeah, TeamOne, when they go and they rewatch this one back, that's going to be a round that haunts them if it ends up being the difference maker.
Got to win another force. They closed last map with it, though. Oh, Pisteo not ready for bolts there. Jello's out B. Yell jumps over and Bolts covers him, taking down Malbs. The bomb is in B and there's no CTs here. It's a done round as far as TeamOne are concerned. They may as well save when they figure out the news. And that'll be delivered by Bomb Plant. Cello's even hunting up spawn. But no. Oh, I thought he was going all the way through. He goes back. So they will get away with these guns by the looks of things, but Yell, the 1 MAC-10, can afford to risk it all. And MIBR, flawless round now. It's going to build the money and drip TeamOne's dry for some time.
Oh, that MAC-10. There it is. It's getting closer. Yell. There it is. Maluki on the receiving end. And that little spam doesn't get out of there with the scout. So just an eco to follow here for TeamOne. MIBR closing the gap nice and early. It's very, very interesting in this matchup. It gives us like a good understanding of where we can rank these teams within the South American scene. Right, how they stack up against each other.
Yeah.
I will say, I think you're going to see the highest level out of these teams once we have them facing
European.
Yeah, exactly, right. Or even CIS, right, in teams like Gambit.
Yeah, same thing, right? Like
same thing. Well,
no, I kind of like put that in the same
no,
box,
I
right?
get you.
In the inside of the group, the other teams are European CIS teams, so.
Look at this, the USPs are hunting down Cello. Chance to pad his stats. Oh, there it is, the mowdown. It's nice, it's clean, it's what you want from Cello, and he's kept this round under lock. PRT, late in with the Deagle. They're not going to give him another chance here. He might be able to get a gun, and there's an M4. Oh, we could drop the bomb. Cello is stuck around. It shouldn't get any closer than this, but it certainly could. MIBR are giving PRT a lot of 1v1s all across the map. He's not to know that, though. Bomb's going into it, and PRT is just attempting the save. It's a real shame. If he knew about Yell, you know, he's going to get this kill locked in, and a 1v2 might have been possible. It might have been tempting. But now they shouldn't give him any more 1v1s. They just group up back in the bomb site. PRT's so far away. He's saving now. And MIBR do tie the game up at 3-3.
Yeah, Cello just making sure no one sneaks back in with a kit on this bomb. But you can't see anything around B, and already long has been cleared by Danica, so they drop down below and save their guns. MIBR, yeah, all three maps start the same, like a strong start for one team, the other just picks it back up and runs away with it, right? Is that going to happen here for MIBR? The constant force buys that finally break the mold, and now a dominant T side, that'd be a nice feeling. And there's no AWP to stop them here either.
Yeah, it's going to give Yell a lot more freedom with his AWP. Where's he taking it? Out towards mid early on. Could get given a challenge as well with two players here for TeamOne. They flash him off the angle. They start to get deep in over at Party. And they're even attempting a boost of their own. Yell's got to be aware of this, and he is holding for it. With all those flashes going over, he's anticipating a challenge in middle. They leave Pesadello behind, the other two falling back. And so Pesadello's got a big responsibility here. The Molotov forces him forward, out to the fountain, trying to hide behind it, and getting jump spotted from the ramp. Shuz sees him.
That's a big opening kill, and not much info to go off the back of it for TeamOne, right? Like, they haven't seen this full entourage walking out mid with a bomb either. So now MIBR contact play into the MTA site, only PRT, and we know, you know, if you're stuck in toilets, you can miss a lot of timings. He won't. He'll take a peek, and he'll get that info and run right back. No rotate called for, right? But they are going to take some more real estate down towards B. Water controlled by TeamOne. as MIBR creep towards this A site. I mean, if they execute here, you have to save if you're TeamOne, like, unless this flank comes through fast. But if it does, the door will get heard from short players. So PRT either needs a multi-kill or this round looks lost.
Yeah, he's already fallen back into the bank, having to withdraw from the round and just play to deny these players crossing into the site. There's the spot and a nice tag, but not the killing blow. Numbers alone daunting to TeamOne, and so it might just be the save. Yeah, 4 players staying alive, bowing out, only 1 kill in the round. The first kill over in middle onto Pesadello. It might have felt very inconsequential at the time, aside from picking up a nice little man advantage, but ultimately it's forced a 4-man save out of TeamOne.
Yeah, we've seen so many B stacks in this game for TeamOne, and unfortunately for them, like, I don't even think that's a bad call to stay committed to B, right? They see 1 player in mid, he gets a kill. Even when PRT peeks toilets, he sees, I think, 1, maybe 2. And at that point, MIBR could have just been all outside a monster, ready to commit, as they often happen, right? Like hiding round the monster corner and just exploding altogether. So TeamOne risked that gamble. They stacked the lower side. They hope for a rotate down, but MIBR do not give it to them. And they take 4, and that, you know, that recovery ending in a storm is starting to happen again. MIBR picking up steam. But a good save, right? At least calling it after losing 1 man allows you the full buy in this round here for TeamOne again. And so they can at least have a little bit more money spare.
5-man boost.
Yeah, throwing people on top of heads.
No,
not
actually.
Today. Yeah. I think they got a bit confused by the comms there. People didn't know where they were going. And if you don't get that in very fast, you may as well just put it away, save it for another round.
TeamOne are very, very passive on A, employing this boost at the sign on the B, oh sorry, on the A side of the map. There's a deep B smoke throw-in to give the illusion that there could be players out monster and trying to challenge. This keeps the attention of TeamOne on B. Malbs hasn't fallen for it though. He's re-aggressing at the short side. Bolts is posted up here, but he does get taken care of. The B lurker now dealt with, wiped off the slate, and TeamOne immediately employ an A rotation. They move Pesadello up to reinforce this A site. MIBR actually leaving mid, are going back to B. Now there's only 2 players here for TeamOne.
30 seconds. And the explosion about to happen. These monster plays have been annoying to deal with. Skulls has to do something incredible here. He's got Malbs, but he's been flashed out. Malbs is mollied and blind as well. No one can see a thing. Skulls shooting into the wall, and Yell finally recovers enough to take that fire back. Pesadeo domed by the Glock. Danico entering with his pistol here, and it works wonders. 10 seconds for the plant. Maluki can't stop it. The bomb site is smoked. And a 1-on-4 where you just, again, have to throw in the towel. That'll lose your gun. It's a great T-side right now for MIBR. We're seeing it build and build. And TeamOne, after all these B stacks, the one round they don't have it is the one round MIBR go back to that lower site. Maluki is a kit, so he's hanging around. There was only 1 man on B, and you can see Yell panic rotate lower in case Maluki actually went for it, but he will not. The fact that he's hanging around is interesting, but the time is ticked past, and he can survive from the bomb here in the halls, so just making sure they don't hunt him down at long. It's a very typical rotation point to save, and they've already cleared it out. You can see Shiz on the A side, won't be here in time. 5-3, all right. Everyone was blind on this play, right? From the Ts to the CTs. Well, no one could see Ts. Or CTs, for that matter.
Yeah, this is a little rough though. The hand you're getting dealt here if you're TeamOne, you're getting out-rotated by MIBR. Must feel like they're in your head, man. They're always picking the right bomb site at the perfect time. That was a round that started in a 5-on-4 for TeamOne, and past that point, they never recovered it, you know? 4 players staying alive for MIBR. Very, very different pacing out of this round. They challenge early, they spread out, they take gunfights in middle and in connector, and they win both of them. 3-on-5 for MIBR. This is a team that like to play slow, even when they're at a man advantage. So now in the 3-on-5, what's the call going to be? Look at Cello and his progress in through long. He could hit a timing. PRT's coming back to check it, and so he will get this info. There's no big flank, but this is going to start to uproot these B site players. They start to rotate away. Bolt's missing his chance at a big timing to catch them in rotation. Cello's opened up onto the A site. Bolt's just saw everyone trying to leave B. Cello's been tasked with something pretty rough here. He's got to hold down the A site from all 4 rotating CT players.
Oh, that's one. On the edge of the smoke, sees some feet and takes a bite. Smoke coming down on the dumpster, and now MIBR can buy room for a plant. Yell get it down. If TeamOne hear it, they could just rush in, right? They could just storm. So it's a fake. Oh, the taps. More damage. Maluki low. Skulls, will he go on his own? Because right now, the cover's not there. Oh, Yell has no support. Cello has to spray, and that is a bit of a mess. He didn't want to plant for short in case of a flank. Planting on the truck, well, that's the one place he couldn't really cover. Skulls had a little gap in between the smoke and the truck just to run through. And yeah, a bit of a mess for MIBR in that round. They get dealt a rough hand.
That wasn't even a full buy. That was just pistols around the one saved gun, and they put it to really good use.
Take that. And now the economy out of control, right? All that eco money saved has been doubled down, and Maluki's got the AWP as well in connector. Oh, he hits a tag. Nate can finish it. Shuz, careful. He's down to 10. Maluki can't hang around forever. He'll get pinched from middle, and now he's still going to get it. Oh, just escaping with a second left. His teammate almost takes a shot. They're going to re-aggress at long, set up this AWP once again. Yell's clearing it, but needs to remain aware of the corner where PRT sits. Boosting up. Oh, did they see that cross? No, the flash is good, and both players blinded, just knocked down. The leaning tower of MIBR tilted after that one, 5-on-2. And this round is as good as done, it feels.
Yeah, it looked like they spotted the boost getting employed, right? MIBR have thrown that in a couple of times now. It's a very nice boost to try and get you a fight onto the long corner, but when coupled with a flash and a close player like that, just gets torn down by TeamOne. Only 2 strong in B, in spite of all this aggression from PRT up the long side. So these 2 B site players need to hold their own. It's down to Skulls now, but he's still bought more than enough time for these rotations to come in. It should be the lock, and it should be 5 for TeamOne. Shuz, the only man who could complicate it, arriving very, very late, and so these rotations are already here. Shuz, almost a second, and in with it. Maybe it's not this 5th round locked in yet. Oh. There's the peak, and with Shuz so low, it's a nice cleanup from Pesadello.
I got scared there with Pesadello not choosing to trade. He didn't want to get lined up, but him not re-peeking there left a very awkward one-on-one in the site. Could have been converted. That flash didn't even affect the T. But he does clean it up, and that's what matters. 5-5, and the recovery is in for TeamOne. They won't let this scoreline get out of control before they start getting gun rounds in play. Another round with everyone on the AWPs. PRT going for a mid play. He's getting it flashed in here. Ooh, but blinded by a T-flash that comes in late as well. Maluki's posted. They're up and past in the playground. With those flashes landing, MIBR hold. They don't even try and take the fountain area. They know that TeamOne are likely aggressing, so the read is there. Will they get anything from it? Because Pesadeo's waiting for his time to strike at long. Yell, oh, he got a jump spot there, but now off the angle. Maluki backing up as he knows they could be close, and he's got the shot covered with the bomb dropped, and now Pesadeo can activate on the flank as well. Is it being considered? Yell does not know where the barrel's been seen.
Pulse is just trying to work a solo B pick and gets removed as well, so the lurker dealt with. This wrap from Pesadello should have the round locked in. They've lost these A site players, but Pesadello arriving hits the timing well. Wipes Yell off the slate, leaving it on Shuz again with low HP. Done well to get 2 kills to his name so far. It should be brought to a bit of an abrupt end here, though. Going back to try and clear the flank, Pesadello just wasting time off the clock. And now in with the swing, cements it with a double of his own. TeamOne are back in the lead at 6-5, and finally the money's broken down for MIBR.
God, it took some time, didn't it? And I wouldn't be surprised to see MIBR just throw caution to the wind and buy here anyway. But nice little mid setup, right? Like the 1-2 punch of having Maluki drawing them in and then covered by PRT. And then as MIBR are focused on what they think is the entire A side setup, we've got that long flank coming in late that gets so much info. And then the kills to close as well. 6-5 and a timeout for MIBR, partly to figure out how the hell they want to spend their money. But it won't be a lot with the looks. Pretty poor at the moment. But a competitive game. And that's exactly what we wanted, right? Especially if we're going the distance. Mirage was a stomp for MIBR. They just fell short on Train. And now here on Overpass, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, Yell's even taking his hood down. That's how you know he's not messing around anymore. Partial buy for MIBR.
Maybe it's because you called him a sperm.
Yeah, that could be it. Could have been it. Maybe a fast B play on the cards. Utility getting lined up by Yell and Shuz. Out through the short side, Skulls is jump peeking for the info. He sees players here, and now they're calling for rotations. It's very, very clear that this is a fast B. Caught, the first man falling. Oh, melted his mouth. Skulls trying to withstand this B play, but is only good for the double. Is that enough? Has he done enough to keep this in the basket of TeamOne? Shuz up close with the Deagle. Maluki smoked off in heaven. PRT trying to round the corner here in CT. Can't quite find Shuz, who's just delaying him for the time being. They need this kill onto Shuz. They need it to happen fast as well if TeamOne do want to get in, and there it is. PRT provides it. Out through heaven, now given a path is Maluki. Yell up close in the sight, and Bolt's playing the post plant at short, going to deny that bomb. It's coming down to time. PRT with the spray, but I don't think there's enough time left. It's going to be very, very close. I'm pretty sure it's a TeamOne round. Psych. Man, that is close. There must have been no time left on that. I didn't feel comfortable calling it. TeamOne up to 7. And really, for Bolts, he's going to be kicking himself. He didn't need to give up that short fight. He tries to trade. And if he just hid for even, 0.1 of a second, it would have made all the difference.
These fast flicks, man. Just how does that happen? How does the defuse come through? And yeah, kicking yourself if you're MIBR, knowing that just the delay of a millisecond would have won the round. Those are the hardest ones to lose.
Yeah, I mean, just not even giving the fight up would have made all the difference.
Take your hands off the keyboard,
couldn't have got on the bomb with the player still alive. Only way he wins that round is if he's given those 2 kills, and he's somehow given the opportunity.
The saddest way of looking at this is if Bolt's computer turned off, he would have won the round. Heartbreak. Maluki, he's looking to break hearts, break spirits, but he's going to miss the shot. They fall off the fountain. He's going to escape on long. He will get away with the toilet smoke down. They can't hunt him yet. They move up from the short side. Nice kill from Pesadeo, getting away with that and still living to tell the tale. He was the one man without a teammate to trade in this round. Out on a limb. Tearing off cellos. Re-smoke a monster. Flash, rather. Yeah, waiting for it to fade so he can pick into B, and he'll get given opportunity here if he looks a little leftwards. There it is. Oh, he gets nailed to the wall, though. Bomb loose. Danico in. Do they get ready for Malbs? They do. He's been here every round, but this time he's showing something. The team Molotov kill. Shiz runs through. Oh, sorry, Bolt runs through Shiz's Molotov. Not how you wanted it to go, but great hope for Malbs. Still doubles up after he's getting wrapped. They're very ready for a second player there. And yeah, oof. Bolt is having a bit of a mare right now. Not going his way. Brush it off. Retie your laces and pick up the pieces, because look at these streaks right now. 3 for TeamOne, 5 in a row for the T side. And now cleaning house is TeamOne on this 3rd map. They weren't the favorites. They weren't supposed to win this one, but practice paying off.
Yeah, I think someone would really want to home in on Yell. I want to get more out of him, man. I've seen this guy do some incredible stuff with the AWP over his career. Right now, Maluki upstaging him in this map. And with the AWP feeling prominent for TeamOne, it would be great to see the same for Yell. Now, he might not even get to have an AWP in the remainder of this T side. There will be time for it in the second, perhaps. A bit more mileage out of that would be worth its weight in gold. Shuz opening the roundup, but there is a response from Malbs immediately. He tries to go back in with another fight, but in doing so, you fed the beast. Oh, but hang on a second, because the bomb's back in T-spawn. Danico's having to go all the way back to get that now. This gives time to PRT and Maluki rotating in. Yell should have this kill dead to right, so there's his AWP picked up. PRT from heaven removes the first man in the site, and he's trying to capitalize while the bomb isn't down. He's trying to remove players. Bolts holds his own, and MIBR get to 6.
Oh my, yeah, the bomb almost is the undoing, right? But luckily those kills come in such quick succession for Shiz that, you know, at that point MIBR have so much ground in B before the Heaven player is even down, and Yell's waiting for rotates, right? MIBR know what's going on, so when they're going back for the bomb, they're not, you know, rushing the plant or trying to hunt kills. They're just waiting for TeamOne, who don't know that package that is out for delivery. Still a good half for TeamOne, but will it be a great half? We'll have to find out here in this round, as Maluki has the one weapon to make all the difference, but he's dead early. Shiz holding him in connector. Another opener for Shiz. He's been full of them today. And now Malbs and PRT, the 2 rifles in a round of Deagles.
Well, the A site is taken, and TeamOne are only just rotating, so this could be a rather anticlimactic ending to a pretty back and forth game. You were hoping for like a blaze of glory for TeamOne where they go down fighting. Instead, they might just die rotating into a lost site. PRT is ready for the lurk, but there's more where that came from. Shuz holding on to connector represents a real problem. They need to flush him out, and they've got to flush him out quickly. They can't do it. Shuz is on for the ace. It's not an ace he's able to get with Malbs pushed up through CT, but the impact that Shuz has had in these last 2 rounds to recover the half for MIBR cannot be understated enough. 7-8, and Shuz, man of the hour for MIBR. Last half beginning in just a moment. You don't want to miss it. My, oh my. Join us in a sec.
Split right down the middle, 8-7 at the end of the first half. This has been quite this series between two Brazilian teams. And now, well, one of them is going to have to answer the call and close it out here on Overpass. Second half is just around the corner. TeamOne over on the T side now. We had a good start for MIBR. They got back into the fray after going down 0-3 to the Pistols, but since the guns came out, TeamOne ran away with the half right at the bitter end. E250 on Maluki, EL got the kit. Some grenades to get things rolling here for this T side. They're going to move up Con quick, take that middle area by force. And Cello's at the back of the A site. Calling for a bit of help. CT's running up, running amok, 4 players into this A site. Oh my goodness, what a stack. If TeamOne commit here, this could get hairy. Oh, nice shot from Cello as well. Bolt's peeking out in the toilet. They're going to get caught. Bomb clotheslined, and now Maluki on its own. 1 on 5. Good luck.
Oh, yeah, not really a hope in hell, is there, right? We would all love for Maluki to, you know, oh, boom, wham, the first guy out of the round, give us a little turn. Second guy dead, right?
Are you saying imagine?
Imagine if he did it, but he didn't do it.
He didn't do it. So that's the world we live in. That's the one we should focus on.
God, imagine if he did, right? Could have been sick. Could have been the.
Shut up.
A little force spy out for TeamOne. Couple of techs, couple of Deegs, couple of P250s. What are they going to be able to do with it? Fast out towards the short side, lots of speed, lots of pace. These Tech 9s want to get in your face, and it's a bit of damage done, but not the killing blow. Cello in with the double and causing more trouble. Danico lights them up with the FAMAS, and that's a very, very quick, clean round for MIBR.
You love that. Nice. And for a force as well, that gets kind of wrecked for TeamOne. The reads have been there in both CT sides, right? Like everyone walking into stacks all game long rather. The opening pistol with 4B for T1. MIBR get crunched. Same story on this half. CT side, 4-man on A, and a similar situation. Yell lobbing a nade into middle. Seeing Mezzy throw that one the other day. Yeeting off the bench. Nice shot for Malbs. Cello's still deep in mid. They've got to get past him. They don't even know that he's here either. That could be a problem. Yell's called that they're out mid, and Cello answers the call. There's one. Yell does die to the FAMAS, but Cello should have this under lock and key. Oh, he's been timed. Will he be ready to flick? Oh, the Glock. Oh, devastating damage, but it's cleaned up by MIBR. 10-8. No problem.
Now we have that open play for old mate Maluki. Yell's bringing his to the table. I said that I think Yell could be the difference maker for MIBR. Pretty quiet T side out of him. Donning the AWP now on the CT side. If he can hit the ground running, this might be where they look to extend this lead even further. Does have Maluki to go up against. Yell taking his AWP towards long. TeamOne are heading this way. Yell's got himself up on top of the boost. Boost of TeamOne's own getting employed here to try and clear out party in middle. They see that no one's there. And that's because lying in wait at long is this AWP. Cello's waiting with a flash to hold back the mid play. He had a smoke out. I was wondering what he was doing with that. The flash rained over, hoping to blind anyone over at the toilets. Now, TeamOne are not that deep yet. They're still at Fountain. They're nowhere near where MIBR think they are. And MIBR are clearly, you know, accelerating the kind of clock of this round a little bit in their heads. They've even rotated a second man up from B to keep an eye on the short and toilets control. So now dismantling this long hold. TeamOne going back for the bomb. The only real estate they gained in this round was holding on to any B pushes on PRT and getting out to Fountain. And now the entire round time has passed, and they're just going back into a B play.
Yeah, Bolts, he went B, saw nothing, went nah, Now they must be going A, right? They must be crawling toilets. Cello's clearing corners, and so, yeah, Bolt goes back down as a util comes in. Heaven Smoke missed, I think. Not seen that happen. Danico with a crossfire. They line up, but he can't get a kill. And here come the cavalry. Yell getting a pick, and that Heaven Smoke missed has caused problems for TeamOne. 10 seconds to plant. They're going to save. They can't do it. If that smoke went down, so would the bomb. But not today. It landed in the pit, and MIBR will pick up the round as a result. That is a sitter of a round to lose. They had all the entries. They had time for the plant, but Yell wins it on his own. Dear, oh dear. I don't know what lineup they used for that. Maybe it was like one of the really hard ones that you have to throw or running from outside a monster. So it would make sense if that's the case. But not the mistakes you want to be making in such an important round.
No, it's even more important because, like, you know, you're forced into a save that you didn't want to take. You know, that was never like, it wasn't like a round that slowly got whittled away from you. It was like, oh, we have 8 seconds, you know, like we just have to save. It's the only option left. And so now with the money getting thrown in for the rest of the team, they've all kept enough to try and cobble something together in the next round. But you will be missing buys on guys like Pesadelo and Maluki if you don't find a bomb plant here. So getting that bomb into the site, getting it planted at the very, very least is required to keep weaponry out for TeamOne in this follow-up. Losing that first rifle round in the fashion that they have has potentially got series-ending consequences if they aren't able to find a bomb plant here.
Yeah, and then some, right? AAA, the long setup for Cello. He can flank toilets. That's if they don't come to him, and they certainly look like they will. Or Maluki would love to catch that jump, but they won't go back for it. And now re-smoked a divider. Staying on the angle so he can take a random timing shot and hope to hit it, but he gets hit back. There's Cello activating on long. Now they know about it. It's still 2 more in A. This orb waiting. Smoke, flash, Yell push back, and Bolt is here at the truck to deny a bomb plant as well. Yell's getting hunted though, and Skulls will actually get the D kill off Bolt. Oh, shot by the AWP and the wide swing. He could have stopped the plant. Instead, he fights with the one weapon they had. Pesadeo also armed actually, and PRT is going to back out now as the bomb is down. They've got to get past Cello on long. That's the one chance MIBR have, and it's traded. Good stuff for TeamOne. Now 2 AWPs in the post plant, and no smoke for the bomb. Should be impossible.
Yeah, this is rough. It shouldn't have ever got this far. It shouldn't be like this. Maluki.
Wow.
Second kill in the round found for Danico, man. He's just got to save. He's got to give it up. TeamOne steal round number 9.
Yeah.
And there were a few weird decisions there, right? Firstly, Bolts at truck had a double kill in the site. And then I think, like, you know, in response to losing Yell at long, he tries to really, like, maximize it almost, right? He's not being looked at by the players in the bomb site. So I think he hopes he's getting discounted at the truck. And when he swings to try and get, like, 3, 4, instead of just taking the double while it's there, he gets AWP'd. Well, then you've got no one left in the site. Cello, who was pushed up at long, where they didn't really, you know, have a bearing on, instead of like moving in quickly, throws a nade that doesn't do any damage, that gives up his position, and then he gets rushed down by those 2 long players. Just a couple of odd decisions that might not have meant much on their own, but, you know, as like the sum of their parts, they lead to that round falling apart for MIBR.
We had a steal of a round from MIBR in the one previous, so it only makes sense. It's only fair and just for TeamOne to yoink one right back. You said they needed a bomb plant, Harry. They got more than that. Oh dear, the molly forces Bolts to make a decision. His teammate dead at B after 1. Bolts has to go through or hide out. He's going to swap to graffiti side, just flashed out. Oh, they try and get the bomb to the site. That smoke will enable it. Covered off from the heaven. Bolts laying down fire, but he can't see Maluki through the fire and the smoke. Just gets them dropped on his head, and he can't pick a target either. This is getting out of control. This is getting mad now as TeamOne takes so much real estate in the site. They push 2 to water. They've even backed up into Monster with the bomb down. This is impossible. Easy call to save here for MIBR. Yells out. Cello's stuck. He's hoping they hunt and he gets given kills, and then they can entice on a retake. And that will happen with 1. They're not checking it, but is there a trade, Skulls? No. No kit, though. I think at this point the time is out and the jury are in with their decision. Oh, that molly. That's a big molly. Cello, he's a dead man. He doesn't know it yet, but I think the clock... Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah, just about. I thought the molly would trap him in there, and that would have surely spelt his end. Even so, a B rush to find 10 for TeamOne. This is a crazy game right now with no clear victor in sight.
Yeah, I mean, you know, both these teams really want the victory from this. I think this is one of the more even series that you can get in this group, like for both of these squads, right? And so they're looking to take full advantage of that. We've got this 5-man boost throwing in. Maluki holding for a heaven peak. How long do they stay with the boost assembled? MIBR don't have a single player heaven bound. They've got 3 deep within B and 2 holding on, split between mid and connector. They were hoping, right, that they could find Yell's AWP from that boost, maybe remove a key player from this round. Never gets provided. The only M4 present for MIBR is right here in mid, playing a very dangerous angle. And while it is an off angle that you might not be ready for, the element of surprise is already gone. And so Cello takes this little window of opportunity to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I mean, TeamOne won this exact round, right, with 2 save guns and a few pistols. This is far less, though, with the pistol players not having any Kev and, in most cases, USPs. Let's see if they can make this interesting. Rotate's going up, but the AWP is B, and that's what really matters. It could, unfortunately, be the undoing, because if Yell just gets one here and gets traded, like, it doesn't feel worth it. You'd rather save it at that point. Lots of players spotted B short. Yell, here's chance now to get something done. He's got one. Yell waiting for the monster peak, missed flick, going back to the short side again, another missed shot, and Yell's finally dead in the water. He had so much opportunity, so many chances, but now with it all gone, dripping dry, the bomb can get planted. And with only a few seconds left, the numbers getting punched in forcibly. And that's a round there. It's all about the kills now. Bolts is low. And he's going to try and come in late with an exit or a gun on that exit. 11-11.
Man, Yell could have done something there. He really could have. You thought it was going to happen after he deals with the first man in. But it's just, you know, when that first shot misses after landing the initial volley, just feels like it throws off all of his timings. And you see how close that round ends up being. Bolts just stays alive for the sake of staying alive here. Doesn't get out of this round with anything. It's a tie game. And a tight game at that. TeamOne are in the better position right now, though, right? They've just clawed this back all the way up to 11-11. And with MIBR being on the CT side, being the team that just had to take an eco, they put everything on the line with this investment. Similar to what we saw on Train, right? Where it was very, very close. Neither team could sustain a loss. Well, this time, in a similar vein to that, we're late in the game. MIBR can't sustain a loss, but that's the difference here. TeamOne can. So the pressure is on for MIBR to find this round here and now, and that is not the start you wanted. Bolts burnt out by the molly, and Skulls in with another. The B site is now very, very vulnerable, and only one man's left standing, lying in wait, playing default, hiding in this smoke. It's Cello. No. He hears the footsteps, he hears them running by, and for Cello, that's music to his ears, waiting to deny the bomb plant. This could be a huge play. Instead, he lets them plant it. Cello still in the smokes. The enemy within, they've smoked him again, and now he emerges in the site. Oh, there's one freebie, misses the spray. It's a little bit ugly. The element of surprise now gone. You wanted more out of that. Yell will cancel out Skulls, and a 2-on-2 now turned 1v1. As over on the short side, Pesadello's got the bomb planted for him. Yell on the defuse, scoped up, ready to take this shot. He needs to get him off there, and the swing is in. TeamOne take 12.
Oh, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong on that smoke play. It was so unfortunate for MIBR. Maluki's holding Monster, and so who was it in the smoke? Was it Danico or was it Cello? He doesn't make the cool, and a monster flank dies as he's lining up that kill. He's looking for more than one. That's why he doesn't stop the bomb plant. He's hoping he can get a multi-kill off of that position. And Maluki even kills the flanker. If that doesn't happen, I think MIBR win the round. So close, such a nice attempt. Hiding in the smoke was a great play there. But Yell, no kit for the defuse, not a chance, not a hope in hell, not a hope in Yell. And now the pistols, now it just gets easier. Skulls, oh, he goes back to what's been working, these short picks, but it could be their undoing if they gift over guns. Malbs needs to stand tall in this position, and Molly should save his life for now. Keep the AK under lock and key, and now B is free as they run in again. Oh, it's just B play after B play. Double up for Pesadeo. And they just love this bomb site right now. MIBR do not have the answers for it. Even when they're stacked, even when they have fast flanks. TeamOne, brutal entries and a brutal ending, 13-11. And it's by eco for MIBR. They might have only one rifle round left here and now.
And thanks to that little anti-eco being nice and clean, right? You might have lost skulls early, but outside of that, you're feeling good. It means that you're still in this position if you're TeamOne where you can sustain a loss. TeamOne can feel it. Like, this is the path to a victory in this series. They are currently on track. The GPS has taken them there. They've just got to drive it over the line. MIBR, their future a lot more uncertain. Once again, a lot of B presence showing early. A bit of utility thrown into mid to keep the attention of MIBR. I'm looking at Yell right now on this minimap. He's got Cello alongside him. I would love to see some kind of aggression out of these two, but at this scoreline, with the game turning against them, they don't want to throw it in. The aggression could be the key to finally having these rotations in the right place at the right time for MIBR. Oh, that nade's good. Damage onto these boosting players shows that MIBR are aware that this boost is a potential. Danico is so blind. That kill is free for PRT, but then it's anything but. In with two and almost a third. Shiz needed to go big mode there if he wanted to hold down the fort.
Yeah, Maluki just runs in on his own. His team weren't even with him. I guess he wasn't ready for barrels, but that's a very awkward spot. Bolts with the lineup, and that's a three-piece for him. Yeah, that should have never have been, going on. Maluki's just trying to get the bomb out of there, I assume. He could have waited for his team and trades would have been available instead to line up for Bolt in a different way.
It feels like that's one of those moments, right, where because you're so close to getting this game over the line, like you're just wanting to lend a crushing blow to MIBR. Maluki gets a bit ahead of himself, loses the bomb out in the open. They could have regrouped, they could have played that in an even odd scenario and had a much better chance of finding it.
Yeah, great round from MIBR though, right? Like all the B anchors step up, double for Shiz, triple for Bolts. Needed that. These B holds have been very weak. Coming down to clutches, coming down to retakes, so they can't get over the line. And they're still going for it. We haven't even seen A in this T side. We haven't even looked at the top site. And we finally might need to because they've lost that opening kill. Malbs is dead. And TeamOne, do they reroute? Oh, the spam. Oh, it's annoying. It's the Doja lineup. And he's done good damage. PRT put down to 6. They could boost up again. Oh, this looks more like a fake than anything. Door getting swung, and already the AWP is re-aggressing to catch these players out of connector. Gets the info and the kill onto Maluki. The AWP is out of the round. Yell backing up further and further. They're getting closer. Cello still out on an island, still fighting for it. Yell's dropped a bomb, and Cello's going to close it flawless for MIBR right at the very end. We finally see that A site, and it is not pretty for TeamOne.
So that big speech I gave about how it's MIBR feeling the pressure and how it looked good for TeamOne. Yeah, that's not the case anymore.
Flipped on its head.
Yeah, this game hasn't had like much rhyme or reason. It's just been like great adjustments from each team to salvage a few rounds, and then finally, like, your opponent has an individual step up or makes a switch of their own. And it takes you a bit to get back into the swing of things. One thing I will say is I think for For MIBR here, right, this is where you could draw on like the more experienced voices in the team, right? I think for TeamOne, you're probably very excitable over the prospect that you can be taking this series. You're probably gunning to just get it over and done with as fast as you can.
Yeah, we are seeing some of that, right? Like these constant B rushes, like that was a desperate rotate to A. Like that was never going to work. MIBR had the perfect positions for it, and TeamOne were just running it with dry, no util. They used all their grenades on a B fake that obviously MIBR aren't falling for. When you see a bunch of nades hit a site and not a single person pushes, well, that's just the most obvious fake you can be. And so, yeah, it can get scary. Like TeamOne, do they have the depth? Because right now we're not seeing much more than, you know, don't get me wrong, different variances of this B play. But now, when it starts to stop working, what is your answer? What is your solution? Fast through the smoke and the mow down from 2. There are trades, but Shuz is still here at Monster, and he has been lights out this evening. Another kill to close, and it's going to be a 3-piece from him. MIBR up by 1, 2 out of the series. And, oh, this is getting very, very tense indeed. Another timeout for TeamOne, and they need it more than ever.
Yeah, it's sad to say, especially after you see, like, from this TeamOne squad, on a map like Train, these guys have got so many solutions to problems. Well, here on Overpass, it's starting to feel like a bit of a one-trick pony, right? Like, you make the B plays happen a whole bunch, you're feeling good about it. But what else have you shown us outside of that? As you say, now that it's not working, they keep trying to go back to it, and the round count is just ticking up and up for MIBR. These B holds have really turned around. You're not exploiting them in the same way.
Yeah.
And now they're dominant when it comes to the B plays.
There's nothing wrong with even ending B here in this round. I just love to see, you know, them show.
Yeah, it just doesn't have to be right away, right? Like, and
that's something MIBR are really good at.
There we go. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, exactly. Like going outside Monster, waiting, like often getting given kills. When they weren't, they were defaulting on A. They were taking that mid control, and then they were going back down to the late B plays. That could be an answer for TeamOne, and they've put PRT in position to hold that Monster area. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them go down late con. This is like the you know, epitome of a default right now, right? 1B, 1 con, 3 mid, working it. And then as long as con is cleared from the mid side, they can go down and end B. I like what we're seeing right now. Oh, that's a spot. But they're not going to see much off of it. And yeah, oh, even that smoke only makes it look more like an A play, right? With the door going off, they're going to clear con, walk up. Now Yell, he could really throw a spanner into this round if he can get some kills off this AWP. TeamOne, I mean, they have no B info now. They might even just be, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, in for this A site. Dodging the flashes, jumping up. Cello's in the toilet. He's a top performer right now. Yell is not giving it up. Bolt has come to join as well. And Yell, oh, this could be his. Cello stolen the kill. They're coming out from long. 2 lined up. Cello gets a second. Bolts pokes his head out, but he's only good for damage. Yell needs to do something incredible now as he is out on an island, out on a limb. And with the AWP in shotgun mode, he's got a kill. 3 on 2, calling for help, but no one here to answer the call. Yell has to survive on his own.
Skulls knows that a big play is going to get made, but back-to-back with Yell. And Yell's in with back-to-back kills. Maluki is suddenly asked to 1v3, and with 14 seconds, he's got no choice but to save MIBR. Experience might be ringing in king over TeamOne's gung-ho attempts to get this game laid to rest.
The saddest part about all of this is because we've seen so many B plays, TeamOne don't actually know what MIBR are doing at A, right? Like they don't have that knowledge in this game because they've not been there. The one round, other than that they go A in a gun round, is the one where their B execute failed, and then they ran up connector into the same thing. The toilet setup with Cello and Yell with the AWP. It was the exact same result. And so they don't know, oh, this is exactly what's going to happen. Like, this is what we've got to come up against. Even like taking Fountain and then coming down toilet, or coming down connector before they go toilet into B, probably would have been more successful. But I do admire that they tried to change up and went back to that A site. But right now, they are in a world of hurt.
They're suffering from success, right?
Yes.
And that's almost the problem,
way,
right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, they had such a good time over towards B that they refused to acknowledge that it was no longer working. They kept believing in themselves, and there's nothing wrong with believing in yourself, that they would be able to break this B hold apart. But it's left them
with nothing.
With no experience, no knowledge as to what that A site has in store. And MIBR, they've still got a huge bag of tricks left to fall back on. if TeamOne do manage to break apart this B or A hold.
Oh, Yell, he's going for it now. He's gunning for the close, and he might get it. The orb. Oh, Maluki with the quick pick, and now there's an orb to be retrieved. That nade, hoping to blow it out of the reach, but Mount has gone for it. He's yoinked it, but he won't get away with his life. Bolts with a perfect timing on the smoke spam. No info, just, well, game sense more than anything. Timing, even. Skulls is holding middle. Danico has slid himself into a sneaky, snaky spot. It's very hard to clear. It looks like hilarious, but when you come up monster and you look right, you don't see that unless you look up as well. Can easily be discounted. Shiz does mean he has to play both positions now at B, but it's worth it if they discount Danico. Skulls has been holding mid all round, and he might finally get something from it. Cello pushing the boat out. Oh, the timing.
Oh, man.
He swaps after a minute of
The thing that's so sad as well is we've not seen any A aggression from MIBR. So often they've just been tugged. Now we have this double hold at B, and even though Shuz is dead, Danico is going to help him out, and it's all left onto Maluki. The first shot misses, given one more chance to remove this player now. A 1v2 for Maluki. The orb, 38 HP, and the bomb on his back, trying to get it planted. 25 seconds on this clock. Cello and Bolts watching on from the heavens. Now swing wide. Maluki dead to the spam, and the defuse is in for MIBR. We may as well get that music back in. Roll the music in, because MIBR, they take this series 2-1 over TeamOne. They get it done. And it's heartbreak for the TeamOne crew.